Hey friend, welcome to Prāna Fusion, a free yoga tutorial that teaches you how to upgrade your entire nervous system, make you stronger, healthier, more vibrant, so that you can maintain a happier state day to day. My name is Ethan Hill, and if you're discovering this via YouTube, I recommend you head to my website, linked in the description below. There you'll gain access to the entire free tutorial, and you'll have context for what we'll be doing in this particular video. Basically, gridlock operates on the fundamental understanding that things like vibrancy, health, and strength are synonymous with your body, one, being able to hold lots of energy, and number two, your body being able to move lots of energy. You can, for instance, flex your bicep right now with me, your right bicep. Flex, 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 flex. See how hard you can squeeze it without it kind of seizing up. Okay, pretty decent. And that's because your bicep, you use your arm quite often, has a lot of potential to hold energy. Versus if I were to say, okay, curl your toes under, like flex them and point them down and see how hard you can flex them. Well, then pretty quickly you would seize up because that particular area of your body can't hold energy very much. Likewise, your ability to move energy is also synonymous with the health of your system altogether. So, for instance, most of our livers are pretty clogged up based on how many toxins we're exposed to on a daily basis. So the liver is not so healthy because it can't move energy. It can't process the gunk. Gridlock teaches you how to hold and move energy more efficiently. But in order to do that, you need to understand a few key concepts first. Number one is that energy doesn't just enter the body through breath and food and water, right? It also enters the body through your brain stem, what's called your medulla oblongata. This is something that yogis discovered millennia ago, and scientists are just now catching on. For instance, scientists know that the medulla, your brainstem, and actually check me out here, I'm going to place my hand on the area of the medulla. It's like at the very end of your cervical vertebra before you enter the big mushy part of the brain. Scientists know that this area controls much of the autonomic or involuntary responses in your body, such as heartbeat, digestion, salivation, etc. What they don't understand, though, is that this is where you basically plug into the environment around you. The second thing to understand is that your cells are basically intelligent light bulbs. So energy moves into them, they light up or they do specific processes, they create byproducts such as heat and carbon dioxide and other waste, and then they have to refuel to illuminate again. Unlike a standard light bulb though, your cells are beautiful in their intelligence, right? They can actually auto-update according to recurring stimuli that happens. So if you go to the gym, for instance, and you do a bunch of bicep curls day after day after day after day, your cells get to the point and eventually restructure themselves, either by multiplying, having more of them, or by literally upgrading the structure within themselves to accommodate more energy, to accommodate whatever lifestyle you're living. And that's what gridlock takes advantage of. In the actual Prāna Fusion class, you'll get into one of the yoga poses that I suggest, and then based on what you've metered, based on what you've determined is underactive, you're going to engage certain muscles while inhaling. Let's actually try this together in cat-cows, okay? Come to all fours. Check me out here. I want you to briefly turn your body up, meaning shorten your back, lengthen your front, look upwards in space. This is cow. And before doing anything, scan the backside of your body and notice which particular area of the spine is the weakest. Is it your low back? Is it your mid back? Is it your upper back? I can virtually guarantee that it's somewhere between the low back and mid back. This is where most people's issues originate because it's not strong enough. But you let your body tell you. And we're going to learn plenty of different hacks for being able to sense where the low vibration exists. Whenever you find a general area, that's when you inhale. You actually squeeze that area of your body. Maybe it's the mid back. By imagining electricity running through your brain stem, down your spinal cord, and then staying in that particular muscle. Exhale, let that go. Try one more time in cow. Inhale. Squeeze, activate, find the point. Release. Let's go the opposite direction. Cat now. Round your spine, drop your chin. And you should be able to notice almost instantly that somewhere along the front side of your body is now weak compared to the rest. Do you actually have an even distribution of energy in your chest, in your upper abs, in your low abs, in your hip flexors and quads? Or is it uneven? Whenever you find the areas that need the most attention, you inhale and you try to flex just those. Don't flex the things you're already good at. Defeats the purpose of this class. Inhale, flex, 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 flex. Exhale, release. A couple points before we move on to the next video. Number one is that you get better at this over time. In some of the other nervous system hacks that I teach you in this class, you're going to gain a bunch of different ideas for how to determine where you need to breathe. And likewise, you'll get a couple extra hints or tips for bringing energy into a specific area of the body. And because of that, you're going to get better and better and better at this skill. When you get better and better at it, what would normally take you 3 or 4 hours of constant attention can take you 30 minutes. You're speeding up the entire process because you're getting good at the skills that I'm teaching. The second thing I want to note is that you don't want to squeeze too hard too fast. Like imagine if you plugged up a standard light bulb that was made in 1923 to one that was made 100 years later, right? The thing's going to explode. If a piece of equipment is only designed to handle 200 watts, then forcing 900 watts through it doesn't make any sense. It's actually going to blow the entire system. Trick then to this entire practice is to learn how to send just enough prana into the particular body part to stimulate it, to get it to grow anew, but not so much that you actually blow the entire fuse and get super sore the next day. A fine line to walk, but this is something that I help you do in the actual class packs themselves. All right, that was it for rule number 2. Go ahead and head to the next video or page wherein you'll learn our final exercise. This one's super, super helpful. It's called circuit breakers. I'll see you there.